Welcome back to another episode of Leif Plays Cities Skylines. And we're back in our city here, and we're looking at this freeway interchange that we built a couple episodes ago, I think. And it looks like it's working fairly smoothly so far. It's kind of a standard design, at least in the part of the world that I live. This is a pretty typical freeway interchange scenario here, but you'll notice it's kind of ugly looking. It's got these weird angles in it, and things don't line up quite right. I don't really like it. So today, instead of building on our city as we usually do, today we are actually going to give the asset creator a try. So let's just save here, and we'll save this YouTube file, and we will quit and go back to our main menu. And in the main menu you will find an option here, Tools, and the Asset Editor. And I kind of was practicing a little bit. I created what I want to do for practice, but we're going to do it together. So just click New. I haven't really messed around with these themes. I suppose it depends on what map you're working on, the color of the grass, and the kinds of trees, and that kind of thing. But we're just going to stick with temperate. I don't think it's going to matter for the type of thing we're doing, the road. But you can see you can pick a bunch of different assets to create. And I haven't played with any of these. We'll probably get into that at a future date. But for now, we want to create a nice intersection. So right off the bat, let's start by going to our highway and picking this 3-lane each way highway, which is what we have in our city. So we're going to go one road going that direction and one coming this direction. And they should be, actually I want these to line up. I think that'll just make it a little bit easier next time. And make sure we're going in the correct direction, so the right hand is going forward in both scenarios, so that's good. Okay, so we've got this freeway, and in our city we have a 2-lane each way, a 4-lane road that we want to interchange with this freeway. So let's start with that, and we'll raise this up because we're going to have an overpass. And I want to say if I space it like this, end up with a nice even look. Yeah, so if you look there, the pylons are evenly spaced. Looks pretty good. It doesn't really matter where those pylons end up. If you space things differently, though, they might not be even on either side. And again, I don't think that matters much other than aesthetics, but I like it to be a little cleaner. So now I am going to just continue these out, just so we have enough space to work in. So there's the roads that we actually want to interconnect. So let's come to our highway tab here and go to the highway ramps. And this will let us connect our 4-lane road with our 6-lane highway. So let's start by going from the highway. So we're going to exit the highway going this direction up to our road. So you'll notice if I just grab and place, I can place roads. If I push page down, I would have something that could maybe go under the road. Page up, then it's a raised thing, and it will interconnect. So there's kind of an issue that we have with this narrow 4-lane road. With the 6-lane road, this first method is going to work just fine. If we do click like there, and now we want on the opposite side of the road an entrance to the freeway. But you'll notice the road isn't wide enough to do that intersection. For some reason, it doesn't like that. So we're going to do a couple of tests here to see what kind of what the parameters are. So let's just do a straight intersection like that and out. Okay, so it can do it. It has to do with the curve then. So we're going to have to accommodate the curve a little bit. So let's see. We want this to be fairly compact. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave. Let's see. I'm going to leave one tile free between the freeway and this entrance. So I'm going to bring it out, and that'll be 3 blocks out, and then here that would be here in. Okay, so that works. We've got that, and it's in fact going in the correct direction. So now we just have to decide where to bring it from here up. So if we just grab somewhere and try it, looks like it's going to work. We can have it be very steep, but that doesn't look quite right. You know, a freeway entrance is meant to be, or an exit in this case, is meant to be kind of a nice even slope, you know. It won't turn out perfectly in this game, the way it looks in real life, but it'll be pretty close if we keep an eye on aesthetics. So I'm just gonna mark out roughly where I think that was, where I think that entrance was coming from. So this spot here. Let's bring that up and see how that looks. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like that. So let's count how many blocks we actually have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in between. So let's just count the same thing on this side, and we'll mark it out with another road. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's just do a little mark there. And let's come back now. Now this is right at the end here, and I noticed with my previous attempt that things get a little screwed up if you're too close to the ends of roads. Things don't snap nicely. So we're just going to drag that out to be sure that we can do this here. So now, because traffic is moving on the right-hand side, at least in my part of the world, so the exit is here, and then on this side it's going to be an entrance. So we're going to want to start here and drag it down to there. Okay, cool. And that looks really good to my eye. Got a pretty typical intersection here. There's lots of these in my city. And that looks pretty much what they look like in real life. I guess the only thing that really looks kind of funky is that there usually isn't an arrow saying turn when you're merging onto the freeway, because I don't know, you're not really turning, you're merging. Also, these things tend to be a lot longer, and instead of this convex curve, it's more of a concave curve. So it curves more like this instead of like that, if that makes any sense. But, for the purpose of the game, this is looking really good. So let's just continue marking off. We're just going to mark this again so it's easier to see on this side. And it's right here. And we're just going to do the same thing. So over on this side, we're going to go... Okay, now we have to start at the freeway, because on this side of the road, this part is the exit. So we're going to go up here, and we left one free tile. So like that. Perfect. And then here we're doing the same thing, but in the opposite direction. And here we're having some snapping issues. So why does that snap all the way down there? That is a good question. Let's try this again. Okay, it has to do with where we drew these roads and how it broke them up. So let's hope that I can redraw this. There we go. So I'm going to draw it out the whole way. So hopefully that will fix that snapping issue. Okay, and we're coming out to... no, it still does the snapping thing. So I'm not sure what... Okay, here's one more thing we can try. So let's delete that. We want it to snap to... Alright, we gotta hit page down. There we go. We want it to snap to right here. So if I draw this out to that spot and then continue it out, I think that will create a natural break right there, but let's see. Oh, it's still not doing it. Space already occupied. So I'm going to try one more thing here. And let's actually try this now. We're gonna drag it out, and we're gonna put it right where we want it to be. Okay, we might have to get rid of that as well. So this is me just trying to figure this out. I did not have this problem with my other attempt. I wish there was a key modifier where you could turn the snapping off or make the snapping more sensitive. I don't know if that's the case. Doesn't look like it wants to go. And I mean, we can try a couple of these tools, but I really want the same curve. So I mean, I can bring it to here, but that's not where we want it. We want it one tile over, and it's not snapping. So, page down. Am I on the? Oh no, I gotta be on the highway. That's why. So there we go. So let me think. The other tool lack is that I apparently can't start here and come up here because now this is going the wrong direction. And it would be nice if I could select that road and then flip the direction. I just noticed this toggle snapping tool that I kind of forgot about. So let's try that. That might. There we go. Okay, that's all we needed to do. It was not very complicated. Now this is curious though. You'll notice that the curves here on both these sides are quite different. So let's see if we can do something about that. Yeah, you can see in the silhouette that it's wanting to do it a little bit closer, and maybe we need to do that. It can't be symmetrical. I'm not sure why the symmetry would break this way, and there doesn't appear to be any way to. I'm just looking here. There doesn't appear to be any way to like copy paste. Here's the test version that I did with a wider road. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, these are just other road types. I don't see like a copy paste or any of those sorts of tools, which is unfortunate because that would help solve this. You know, if I could copy this and just rotate it over and paste. And I'm just looking here to try and see. Okay, the pylon is in a different spot. So let's try it on this side. If I just go straight out and place the pylon where it is there, and then come down here to that spot. There we go, that forced it. Okay, good. So that is not a problem then. We can kind of fool it into doing what we want. We just have to be a little bit clever about it. So that's going to be here to here. Oops. We need to go page up. There we go. Here to here. And now we come back down here and it will be here to here. Okay, there we go. Now we've got some nice symmetry going on. Now let's go and delete these guide roads that we built. And we also want to delete. I'm just going to check here and make sure that this is our 4-lane road. Okay, we can come and draw off the sides of this, which is good. Because what we're doing here, creating the asset, is we're kind of creating a template, right? So we want to be able to plop this into our city and then build off of it. So I just want to make sure that the build points are still going to work. And then let's trim these ends up and just make sure that if we come with the highway tool that we can still indeed, and of course we have to do it in the right direction, but let's make sure we can still draw. It looks like we can. I'll actually turn the snap on back on for this. direction, of course, but... So it looks like we can still draw from all those ends, and we'll just do the same thing over here. And just do the quick test. In this direction it connects, in this direction it connects. Excellent. Okay, so that's working. So one last thing to do here, and I'm just going to check our time. Good, we've got plenty of time. So this is a great template. This is going to work nicely in our city. But the last thing is to add a little bit of decoration. So we've got a bunch of tree types here that we can start plopping in, and let's just do that right along the middle here. In fact, we should probably leave these off the end here just in case they would interfere with connecting it up. We definitely don't want that. So okay, cool. I could be a little more maybe precise about this, but you know, I just want the trees in there to give it a nice look. And you know what, maybe some oak trees. They're kind of small, but you know, let's just stick with these trees. Let's put a few down here as well. So of course, when you're creating your own assets, you can kind of decorate these however you want. And I'm curious now how the cost of this asset is going to be calculated in the game, but we'll figure that out in a moment, because we're going to jump right back into our game and plop this in and see what happens. So, alright, that is looking good. Traffic is flowing in all the correct directions. Everything looks fantastic. Alright, are there any other details? We could add some pedestrian stuff, but for a freeway interchange, that's not really what we want to do, and there's no other road types really that we want. So we're going to click up here and save asset. So we're going to save this as a, let's see, what should we call it? We'll call it highway, and let's use capital letters just to dress it up. Highway interchange 1. We'll just name it that way for now. And we'll call it same thing, highway interchange 1. And this, I think this is a description field. It doesn't explicitly say that it is, but I assume it is, so we'll say 4-lane overpass. We'll just say 4-lane over 6-lane highway. Good, so we'll click save. And there's one other thing that we didn't do yet, and that is to create a snapshot. So let's, just so we can look at it and see it in game. So and how do we do this? Maybe clicking it once is enough. So let's just jump back, and we should see it if let's go save again. Okay, there we go. So we can, let's just resume game. Let's zoom in a little bit further. And how are these other ones laid out? Not in any special way, I guess. So, but kind of off to the side a bit, kind of like that. So let's hit that button again. Let's just save asset, save. I don't think it took. So let's click again. Let's try that. You know, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this field is. It doesn't look like it is description. So let's just overwrite. That looks good enough for now. So let's then go quit, back to our main menu. And let's go continue game. This will take us back into our city that we've been working on. And we'll see how this thing lines up. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, broken assets. Duplicate prefab name. So I don't know what that means. We will probably have to sort out how the save system works. Okay, so some of these we're going to have to disable. And actually, let's look at that quickly. Back to the main menu. Go into the Content Manager. We can go to the Assets tab, and we can look and see what we have here. So let's actually just delete some of these. And we will also delete, yes. So it doesn't look like it refreshes. So let's jump back in there. Doesn't look like it's refreshing. So we're just gonna turn all those off. And let's just jump back in here. Okay, they are indeed off. Maybe it has to be off in order to delete. I don't know, that might be a bug in the game. But let's turn off everything but the one we want to use, and I have a feeling that's going to work. So let's pause, and we didn't get the error this time, which is great. And we're not getting the snapshot, the little the icon to go with it, which is unfortunate. But all right, and now rotating is a little weird in this game. I'm not exactly sure how to get everything to line up properly. It's a little complicated. Now I'm just going to delete all this back to the flat area. Delete the overpass, and I'm going to delete a section of the freeway, probably out that far. And now we're going to try and plop this in. Now what we probably want to do, we want this to line up as perfectly as we can with our overpass, because we want our overpasses to be straight. And I don't think we can view the grid when we're plopping these things, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm just going to delete this for the moment as well. Give us a little bit of room. I think that's as close as we're going to get. Actually, let's move it over a little bit so it's more in line with the existing freeway. That looks really close. So I'm just going to plop that down. It looks like it did adjust it slightly, which is a good sign, so that hopefully has adjusted it to the grid. So now we're going to come up here and connect it. Ooh, and it does look a little off, doesn't it? I guess that's not the worst thing in the world, because the freeway is all kitty-wampus anyway. So anything near it is going to be a little weird. Alright, so we connected that back up, which is great. And we probably want to we might want to clean some of this up a little bit. But let's get our freeway then reattached. So we're coming this direction here, and let's just let's just do straight roads. Connect like that, and this direction connect like that. This one we might do curved. Actually, what am I doing here? So straight. This one I'm gonna come out. Yeah, this one we are gonna do curved. I'm gonna curve it probably like something like that. We gotta delete these. Delete. Okay. So I'm gonna bring it, and we're gonna turn off the snapping for the moment. I want it to curve kind of like that. That looks great. Okay. And then this bit, we will just curve like that, I guess. And we could kind of clean some of this gunk up, or, just redo this intersection entirely, maybe. But for now, I just wanted to get it connected. is the main thing, which it now is. And let's just clean this stuff up here. Let's see, we don't need this section here. Why is that so hard to click on? Oh, you gotta click in the middle, not on the thing. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got our power coming across, and yeah, we can delete that nubbin. Let's just check our power. It is coming across. We don't have power over here, but I'm gonna let this connect naturally because I don't want to de-zone stuff by building power lines everywhere that we then later have to fix. So, okay, I'm turn this back on, and we can watch this interchange. Now I'm just gonna check our power is good and our water is good because I don't want to wreck our city while we're sitting here watching this interchange work. So that does look a lot nicer than it did before, a lot cleaner, more compact, apart from this section, which we can fix, but that looked pretty good. So we have the stoplight there, and that's looking good. Now the people exiting can take their turns. Yeah, I like the way this turned out. Excellent. Okay, cool. Well, I think we're gonna call it there for the moment. We went a little bit long this episode, but we solved some good problems I think that we were having. So anyway, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope this was an enjoyable and maybe a little bit informative episode about how to use that asset creator. And if you did like the video, please leave a like. That always helps and is greatly appreciated. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and you can see all the other things that I do. And hopefully you'll enjoy those as well. So yeah, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you next time.